Lovers of the original Warrock, rejoice! Warrock Chapter 2 has gained significant updates from the first one that, if you enjoyed the original, you'll most likely enjoy. Right off the bat, you'll notice that Warrock's graphics have substantially improved. Character models don't look like crap. The medic in particular looks like an actual girl now. Most textures are not as blurry as they were before. You have some decent lighting and shadows. Not real time, but it works. You have shell casings and a much more realistic physics system. You have rather nice looking rain effects, and you also have some very well done water. It's not the best I've seen, but it'll most certainly be much more pleasing to the eyes than the original was. The gameplay remains totally the same, with one exception: no hackers. And if that's all you needed to hear, then go out and play it if you enjoyed the first one. If you didn't enjoy the first one, you'll be unhappy to hear that most of the issues persist from the original. Let's start out from the beginning. Warrock is a hybrid between Counter-Strike and Battlefield. The way the game works is it's split up into three different types. Close quarters combat, which is essentially a Counter-Strike-esque attack, blow up this target point or defend it from the enemy team with no response, and a round-based game. You have close quarters combat, which is very similar to, say, a deathmatch in most other games. However, there are vehicles in these maps, which, as we'll see, are very, very unbalanced with the regular soldier. Then we have Urban Ops, which is basically Battlefield in a nutshell. The way Urban Ops works is two teams have a set amount of tickets or lives or respawns, if you will, and what they have to do is they have to deplete their opponent's tickets in order to destroy them. And the way you can, in order to help you do this, you can do you can capture flags, which will, if you capture more than your opponent, eventually slowly deplete their respawns or tickets. Capturing flags also gives you access to various vehicles and a closer spawn point to the opponent. The balance of the weapons are very, very bad. Very, very bad. You have premium items which are incredibly overpowered, incredibly just ridiculously overpowered. Then you have the regular weapons which are imbalanced with each other as well. So you have all these balance issues all over the place. And the fact that you can roll around doesn't help either. By the press of the shift key, you can roll around and basically bunny hop, except on the ground. And that's basically what people do with rolling. You roll around, you run around your opponent, run up to them, roll around them, and start shooting them in the back. That's basically how it works. Everyone sprays here. The guns have an incredibly ridiculous accuracy. They're just retarded. The rate of recoil and the accuracy is just ridiculous. And even despite this, it's still possible to just run up to someone and spray in their face. But there's also a balance issue with the vehicles in Urban Ops and Battle Group. See, the vehicles are very, very overpowered. They will totally demolish you, and even though the heavy class, which is supposedly designed to take down these beasts, the default weapon and most non-premium weapons you get for heavy are almost useless against them, and you'll have a very difficult time taking them out. If you run to a vehicle and you get one for your opponent, you'll most probably kick the crap out of your enemy, or they will kick the crap out of you. There is a lack of hackers here. There are totally none to speak of. I haven't ran into a single one. But the community almost remains totally the same. You have these 12-year-old boys who just got their allowance money and decided to spend it on premium gear, and and think that because they have premium items that they're better than you, and will almost definitely blame you for doing things you didn't do, or just say kick him, he's a noob. However, some cases he'll be right that there are noobs, and there are plenty of them here. But then again, you also have these overpowered premium players, so yeah. All in all, Warrock has made a substantial improvement, but the imbalance issues and the kid-based community just pisses me off and doesn't really merit too much playtime from me. However, I will stick to Warrock just because, And with that said, Warrock gets a 3 out of 5. Not highly recommended. It is much better than most other free-to-play games, such as Comet Arms, piece of crap, and Soldier Front. But it still isn't perfect with its various imbalancing issues. Warrock gets 3 out of 5. I will see you on the battlefield. Good night.